About 7 years ago, I joined the Dungeons and Dragons group I found through a community Discord. It was a massive table with 8 or 9 players in total, and we were all complete strangers. The dungeon master was a nice person, but he was incredibly passive and clearly in over his head with such a large group. Among the players was a cleric who quickly became the group's problem child. She was brash, constantly interrupted others, and frequently used the classic excuse, "It's just what my character would do." From the very first session, the vibes were off. The cleric flirted aggressively with everyone in an uncomfortable, suggestive tone that made the rest of us uneasy. However, things took a dark turn during our first long rest. As our characters camped in the woods, the cleric suddenly told the ranger to make a perception check. He rolled poorly, and without a second thought, the cleric announced she was using silk rope to tie him up. She then described a non-consensual sexual encounter, claiming she would ride him all night while he was too exhausted to wake up. Heavy silence fell over the call. I was the only one to speak up, calling it out for exactly what it was. The cleric's defense was baffling. She claimed she was simply spreading the love of her goddess, and that it wasn't a big deal. I looked at the webcams of the other players and could see the shock on their faces. Yet no one else said a word. Even the DM tried to brush it off and keep the game moving rather than addressing the violation. I stayed for a couple more sessions, but the environment never recovered. The cleric continued her selfish behavior, even stealing a powerful magic item specifically intended for the ranger's character. Eventually, she left the group because she felt restricted by my objections, but the damage was done. I realized I couldn't continue playing with a group that stayed silent in the face of such behavior. This experience taught me a vital lesson about boundaries. When you're playing with strangers, clear communication and a solid session zero are essential. Never be afraid to call out toxic behavior when you see it, and always remember that no D&D is better than bad D&D. If a game makes you feel unsafe or unheard, the best thing you can do is walk away.